Hello people and welcome to new recording slash edition of the Rising Angels Reborn Let's Game. So, last time we went to bed and now we stare out of the window. I can't help but stare out the window, my thoughts lost in space. I'm letting my heart and hopes get blended into the mission. Each day that passes, I'm letting myself care about more than just the results. It's scaring me. They say that Faye is still sleeping 23 hours a day. Soul jokes that her sleeping every waking minute of the day is nothing new. But it hurts me to think I may have been responsible. SITO shouldn't let herself care about the people in the case. If something like this happens, I'm supposed to just brush it aside and keep working. But out here, in the depths of space, my armor has been stripped away. My soul faces reality, and the questions of my actions are starting to mount up. There's only one time tested thing I can do to recover from this descent into darkness. Time for some Marino's quest. I reach for my data pad, but the familiar weight on my hip isn't there. That's right. The crook smashed it. The criminal who escapes my grasp. I guess I can just keep staring out into space. Even now, as my mind slips further into insanity, the tune of the greatest game in all of history plays through of my mind. I can hear its melody so calming and relaxing. Wait, this may be eroding my sanity, but I'm pretty confident that the music is playing in more than just my head. It is permeating around the bridge. The only person on the bridge is Kika, who has been huddled over her station for a while now. What's the likelihood that the princess likes playing electronic games? It doesn't seem like it would be her style to play fake games. Still, there's no harm in asking. Hey, Kika! What? I didn't do anything. Nobody saw me do anything. You can't prove anything. Relax. I just wanted to ask if that was Marino's quest you were playing. Who said I was playing anything? That was the sound of my navigation equipment. It sounds musical to the trained ear. You're on the spider, boss. All right. What's the price? My price? Not, not to rat me out. Rasuna always makes me do push-ups, so jells at me for a few minutes, and then makes me cover a shift of his. What's the price? That's called punishment. Call it what you will. What's the price? Can I play? Can I play with you? No, nobody plays on my save file. I understand. I do the same thing in your shoes. But just for today, I will let you watch me. I'm about to tell her where she can stick that boring idea when I remember there's an enemy agent running around. Getting close to one of the suspects might help me. Fine, I'll settle. I walk over to where Kika is sheltering her datapad. Sure, enough. There is Marino Square staring back at me. I hate the spider boss. You and me both. At least it is better than the flying fish boss. Flying fish boss? I don't remember that one. Sure you do. We had to fight it just a couple days ago. I stifle a laugh. We should have leveled up outside first. Maybe if you would have shared the strategy guide with the rest of us, things would have gone better. We did the best we could with what we had. Whatever, stop distracting me. Not wishing to continue a pointless argument, I fall silent and commit to just watching her play my game. Kika isn't bad at the game. Her finger movements are deft, and her strategies are precise. However, her fighting style is driving me crazy within seconds. You know, you could just use Fire Blast too instead of wasting all of your ability power on spamming fireballs. Yes, but this takes care of the little spiderlings as well. They aren't your biggest concern. You need to burn a boss off before it tries to use web sling. I know that. I like this plan better. But Fire Blast 2 has splash damage as well. Not nearly big enough. It is if you hit it just right. My accuracy is fine, thank you. You're wasting your potions. I have plenty. See, this is why I can't go home. You know nothing about the good tactics. You're so wasteful. It's just a game. So stop doing that. You just don't understand, Saul. I understand that Lieutenant Star is playing games on her watch again. I think I'd rather play Saul's Price than Miss Chetty's. As much as I'd love reminding you again and again about the job while on duty, I'm only here to get Natalie. What's wrong? Is it Faye? No, you haven't had anything to eat in 2 days. What, in 2 days? Wow, that's a bit big. Yeah, long time. Has it really been that long? Come on, Natalie. Alright, Saul. Alright, Kika, consider what I said about the fire blast too. No! Some people are hopeless when it comes to the best ways to win games. Yeah. My thoughts drift to a quote that has stuck with me from a young age. It is only a step from boredom to disillusionment, which leads naturally to self pity, which in turn ends in chaos. Despite our sense of urgency, our trails after the elusive ship and any potential pursuers have again been thwarted by several red herring iron trails. I fear that boredom and the feeling of being downtrodden is taking hold through the crew. I wish I did not secretly agree with them. How could I best explain the past few days? We drop in, find absolutely nothing, and have to return to our starting point to try again. Our choices in this maze have led us nowhere other than empty tracks of the void. Yeah. Our food seems to be disappearing faster than we estimated. Everything from our oxygen scrubbers to our engines seem to be on the fritz. Kyle looks worse and worse by the hour. Commander seems to be holding strong, thankfully. She isn't allowing us to abandon our search just yet. Everyone else, however. This is stupid! You said that for the 15th time this meal, Kika? This is rice with soy sauce. That's not meal. That's borderline starvation. At least it is still 2 solid meals a day. Even so, it isn't very tasty. At least it is filling. More filling than this blind search in the dark. All I've been able to do lately is look for clues that might tip me off to who's working against me on the ship. Word seems to have spread that I am on the watch, however, and they seem content to just lie in wait. Now, I think we have two very different ideas of what constitutes a meal. It has to last, otherwise we won't be eating anything. That's the point I'm arguing. Jeez, open your ears. We don't need to be out here. What would you suggest we do? Just let the Empire get their hands on a weapon? First off, we don't even know if there really is a weapon. What proof is there other than the ramblings from some database we found? They could have left death to the railers. My initial briefing said there was an important artifact out there. Right, intelligence has never been wrong before. I don't like that attitude. And I don't like this whole situation. My second point is why don't we just go back and get more help? If this thing exists and is just a threat, we should be gathering more, as much help as possible. There's no time. But there's plenty of time to chase our trails blindly. Some of us don't have trails to chase. You know what I mean? Good morning, sir. Good morning, Lieutenant Star. You've been ordering to complete this mission. That should be enough. And if I think my life is worth a little bit more? Then you are in the wrong profession. It's no place for a timid house cat. What brings you here this morning, sir? Not just to torment poor Kika, I hope? I'm getting some food for fare. The doctor couldn't be bothered to provide to his patient. I don't know. Because she shouldn't be eating solid food yet. Because he's a lazy good for nothing. How is she doing? Asking for solid food is a good sign. She's still not ready for the interrogation I think you have planned. Who said anything about an interrogation? I know you too well. You better not be trying to grill my minion. I will do what my job demands of me. Sorry, Natalie, but I have to agree with Kika on this one. When she isn't sleeping most of the day is when you can ask your questions. So, never? Pretty much. I might as well go bring Zuri a breakfast. You all are depressing me. The truth sucks, so what? Why we should just accept it and go home? Abandoning your duty in a moment of need, and I was just and I was starting to think better of you. I'm going with you to visit my minion. Fine. If it stops your mindless babble, you can come along. It's not mindless. You both don't understand the necessity of going home. You're just as big of a pig as Faye. You're just as big of a pig as Faye. Okay. Come on. Want to come with me, Alphonse? I think Zuri would like the company. Thank you for your kind offer, but I visited her when I woke up. I gathered the impression that she wanted to spend some time alone with you. What for? She has something she wants to show you. It's quite special to her. Is it something like that I can tie up some of these loose threads? No, but I think you will enjoy it just the same. I might as well. Listening to everyone complain about how this waste of time is eating at my patience. So I might have no problem breaking it out, but I would rather not play the rank card over the devotion of Juju 1. Once we find it, I'm sure Kika's tune will change. She's just trying to hide your sorrow right now and venting your frustrations on the mission in the easiest way for her. At the cost of driving me crazy. Alphonse laughs at my sorrow, but I don't hold it against him. This whole operation is feeling like a joke right now. The blind leading the blind through a minefield. I hope Zero has something pleasant to get my mind off of this nightmare. Oh, bad music. Wait a minute, so, okay. Hey, Zuri, I'm here with lunch, breakfast, brunch, whatever time of the day it is. I hold back for a second to make sure no flying moves are about to remove my hands from my shoulders. Once my safety measures ensure a clear field to enter, I step in. Curled on a bed with her tail wrapping around her is my friendly Dreamin. A sad smile tugs at her lips as she stares at her databed forlornly. Okay. Is something wrong? I can stop back later. She pulls herself up, patting the spotter on the bed next to her. I was looking at some old pictures of when I was still a whiteling. A what? When we aren't really hatchlings anymore, but not quite old enough to join society and be named, a dreamer is considered to be a whiteling. I've been meaning to ask you about that. Is your first and last name both Zuri? Nope, Zuri is Zuri. You only have one name? That sounds like it could be confusing. Not at all. When we become adults, we are given a name that is ours and ours alone. I'm the one and only Zuri. You must have a very small population. We're a lot older and less spawny than humans, that's for sure. I can't help it that my species are a bunch of rabbits. Huh? Small mammals that breed incredibly quickly. Small, fluffy, cute. Nope, doesn't ring a bell. I guess it doesn't matter much. The point is that humans breed quickly in the grand scheme of things, and there are a lot of us out there. Y'all are weird. Anyway, I wanted to show you some of the pictures I found. She hands me her datapad. It's almost remarkable the amount of scuffing on the screen, the dings in the case, and the way the screen seems to flicker. Zuri, this datapad is ancient. Where did you find it? I found it in the bush when I was wandering through a trader camp years ago. Nakeds fixed it up and got it working for me. He's that one. She changes the image to a scrawny dreamer with thick dark blue hair and a thick stubby tail. His gaze seems to be staring past the camera, even so he's looking straight at it. Nuggets was always really good at making broken things work. You'd think with any sort of abandoned electronics you found. I suppose it was fate. What was? Someone had wired a bomb inside a supply crate of food we found. He barely had time to scream for everyone to run before it went off. That's awful! Who would do something like that? Warlords thought it was a fun game to play. It was rather common and we were usually careful, but we hadn't had anything to eat in days. If Nuggets hadn't talked us out of it, we all would have died when we went for it. This sounds like horrible child rearing. No guiding authority, no protection, no education. But we're a lot tougher and determined for it. Those who can't survive don't. It's sad, it's depressing, but it's our traditions. Uh, it's not like it was all bad. You learn a lot about training, survival, and working as a team. Even when my stomach was growling, the others were there to help me carry on. Here it is. This is the only one that has most of our clutch in it. A group of 5 dreamers crowd together in a picture taken in beautiful grassy hills. All but the one I think is Nuggets. I barely half my height. They look happy. Their clothes are rugged leather, their faces are covered in dirt and grime. The diminish, diminished amount of food evident in their bodies. But all of them share the same hopeful smile I see on Zuri's face today. That's Ariel. He was our clutch fighter. Whenever we were in danger, he would flying himself head first into it. Ariel caused us a lot of problems, but there never was a truer friend. She points to the smallest of the group, a fiery redhead with a body marred with scars and bits of his tail, and broad wings missing. Even from the picture, I can see the energy and fight pouring from him. What happened to his ear? Funny story about that one, but I promised him I'd never tell it again. He's now a diplomat to the Relian Republic. I still can't picture him wearing anything other than that tunic. In the back with the pale green hairs is Jedian. He rarely spoke much, but he always seemed to have the right words to diffuse a situation. Jedian was our diplomat, not Ariel. He used to make these real yummy wheat biscuits. Jedian didn't make them very often, but he always made them want to celebrate our hatching day. He used to? He disappeared a few weeks after this was taken. Gideon had a contact who used to trade us wheat for scrap we'd find in old ruins. One day he went to make the trade and never came back. I'm sure he's still out there somewhere. I like to think so. This was during a time when there was a fashion on Celestia for bags made from the wings of dreamers. So we suspected. I'm sure he's fine. Maybe he got kidnapped, but a slave trader or something. Yeah. I'm sure he's still out there, thinking about his friends. What am I supposed to say other than weak platitudes? Realistically, he probably was killed to make some snobby rich lady a nice handbag. Disgusting as that thought is, what sort of jerk would I be to say that? Can you guess who this is? Kylie. Nope. I might have been small, but I wasn't that small. Guessing Kylie would be a better guess than Zuri. The girl in the picture doesn't strike me as the Zuri I know today. For starters, her stature really is smaller than Kylie. Her tail is thin and whip-like. Zuri's cropped hair is much longer, falling almost to her knees. I can count the number of ribs in her chest, so prominent they stick out. But the strangest thing of all is that she looks so meek, timid. She's clutching to a taller girl with long golden hair and air of grace and nobility. Zuri, on the other hand, looks like a scared mouse. What do you think? I was cute, right? You look so weak. I was thinking timid and meek. Little Zuri is adorable enough. She was happy, but absolutely worthless. I don't know what part of that sentence worries me more. Aren't you happy? If I could get out of this cramped room again, I'd be a lot happier. I'll go Jared Commander again. What else? When I picked up the mantle of being a warrior, I realized that the universe isn't as black and white as I thought it would be. Good and evil are hard to distinguish. Sometimes I worry if we are doing the right thing. I'm not unhappy, I'm just confused. I want to go home. Not you as well. It took a lot of courage for me to finally admit that. I've been thinking about it since we got back from the camp. I'm proud that I was able to say it. Little Zuri there would never have had courage to admit it. She'd just have covered and had to be pulled along. Why? You know we have to do this. It's just something I feel my gut. It's telling me that we should just go home now and forget about this. Kika gave me the logical standpoint. Zuri is giving me the spiritual side of it. This is going to be dangerous. I feel it. I'm putting the lives of this crew into hardship and risk. But there's no way I'm letting this mystery go unsolved. If this device turns out to be a super weapon, then it will be worth it. The lives of a few versus the lives of entire worlds. If it isn't, if this is a wild goose chase, we have to do this. It's our duty to do whatever we can to protect the innocent people of the Cartagena directorship from any and all threats to their safety. But they are not a battleship, they are just explorers. And they try to save the people without weapons. I think it's not really possible. I'm a little unsure of myself, to be honest, but I'm sure of that. When I was commissioned, I swore to protect the citizens of my homeland and the troops under my command. I've got a bad feeling about this as well, but that doesn't mean I can shirk my duty in our hour of need. I need you there with me, Zuri. I can't do this without you. Don't lie, you could do this without me. No, I need you because... So, you're my security officer, you're my partner. Security officer, yes, she is my security officer. But that's just, yeah, you're just one more person. Nothing more. And you are my partner. It's better. It's a better answer because you say to her that she's important for you. Yeah, that is, so I will say that if I choose you're my partner and she's important to me because, yeah, security officer is just one more person and partner is just one partner, and yeah, you cannot exchange her then. Come on, I would choose partner.